Mrikandu was a great rishi. Marudvati was his wife. They were ardent worshippers of Lord Shiva. For a long time they had no children. The rishi did intense penance and prayed to Lord Shiva for a child. Satisfied and happy with his devotion, Lord Shiva appeared to him and said, "I am pleased with you, Mrikandu. Tell me, do you want a son who will live for a long time but will all be foolish? Or do you want one very intelligent son, spiritually brilliant, virtuous and wise, who will live for only 16 years? Rishi Mrikandu did not hesitate over the choice and at once said, "Lord, give me that one intelligent son." Lord Shiva said, "Good, you shall have him." Soon Marudvati conceived and gave birth to a son. The parents were extremely happy about the new arrival. They named him Markandeya. The boy grew to be very intelligent, virtuous and handsome. The rishi invested him with the sacred thread. Markandeya learned the Vedas and shastras easily. Everyone liked him. As the boy was getting on to be 16, Rishi Mrikandu became sadder and sadder. One day, Markandeya asked his father, "Father, why do you look so sad?" The rishi said, "Son, what shall I say? When Lord Shiva gave you to me, he said you would live only 16 years. You are now about to reach that age. How can I and your mother bear to lose you as we will at the end of this year?" Markandeya said, "Father, is that the reason? Lord Shiva is very kind to his devotees. You yourself told me that. He has saved many from death before. I have read about it in the Puranas. I shall therefore worship Lord Shiva day and night from today. I am sure he will save me too." Rishi Mrikandu was very happy to hear his son say this. He blessed his son. Markandeya built a Shiva linga at a spot on the seashore. He started worshipping Lord Shiva morning, noon and night. He sang bhajans and often danced in joy. He performed pujas and created the famous Maha Mrityunjay Mantra to chant all times. On the last day, Markandeya was about to sing bhajans when Yama, the Lord of Death, came to him. Yama rode on a buffalo. He held a noose in his hand. He spoke to Markandeya, "Stop your bhajan, you boy. Your life in this world is over. Be ready to die." Markandeya was not afraid. He clung to the Shiva linga as one clings to one's mother. Yama threw his nose round the boy's neck and pulled him along the Shiva linga. Then the Shiva linga burst open and Lord Shiva came out of it. Lord kicked Yama in the chest and said, "Yama, begone. Don't touch this boy. He is my beloved devotee. He will live forever." Yama went away crestfallen. Markandeya then prayed to Lord Shiva more fervently than ever. This prayer says at the end of each line, "What can death do to me?" Many people recite this prayer even now. Then, turning to the young devotee with whose pity he was highly pleased, Lord Shiva blessed him with deathlessness. He said to Markandeya, "Every desire of yours will be fulfilled. You will never be old or grey-haired. You will live virtuously and famous till the end of the world. Omniscience will be an asset to you." Markandeya came home and fell at the feet of his parents. They embraced him and wept with joy. Markandeya became a great rishi and lived very long. My dear brothers and sisters, for everything in life we need blessings. By taking shelter of a superior personality, we can do impossible things, things which are above our power and abilities. Meaning of Maha Mrityunjay Mantra: Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urva Rukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshya Amamritat. I worship that fragrant Shiva of three eyes, the one who nourishes all living entities. May he help us sever our bondage with samsara by making us realize that we are never separated from our immortal nature. Simply put, mantras are vibrations or sound waves. Every vibration carries its own strength and depending on the place, time and circumstance. Now let me know you the benefits of Maha Mrityunjay Mantra. All mantras benefit an individual at three levels of existence. Sthul Sharira, gross body, the basic human body which is composed of 5 elements. Sukshma Sharira, subtle body, the mind, the heart and the intellect. Karan Sharira, casual body, the awareness. Let us now take the Maha Mrityunjay Mantra, break it down and assess what the mantra could imply at various levels. Gross body level. We all understand that the body is temporary and has to be shed one day. Hence, the basic understanding of the mantra is praying to the three-eye Lord who symbolizes awareness of the past, present and the future to give us the energy to either delay the decay of the body or remove a particular disease that ails the body or remove a particular disease that ails someone else's body or decay the body with least resistance or pain. Subtle body level. One of the core principles is that of karma and the binding cycle of birth and death until the karmic cycle balances fully. While the gross body is bound to decay, the subtle body and the casual body continue to exist. On contemplation of this aspect, the Maha Mrityunjay Mantra takes a wholly different meaning. What is death after all? The body anyway has to fade away. What continues to remain in every single lifetime are the same issues. Fear of death, constant state of discontentment and simmering insecurities, fear of losses and being unable to retain gains, frightening fragility of praise and blame, attachment to temporal things as though they are going to be permanent, lust, jealousy, greed, etc., unending cycle of desires. What are these if not forms of death itself? Every single day we sink ourselves in these forms of decay, not in the gross body but in the subtle body. Healthy mind and intellect are critical to optimal functioning as human beings. Our thoughts define our being and the vibes we carry. The body is only an instrument of the mind, heart and the intellect. It does its bidding. Casual body level. The casual body in simple terms is awareness of I. Every time we wake up from sleep, subconsciously the first identification is the awareness that we exist. When the mind is still like a placid lake with no thoughts, the breath takes a pause and at that moment what remains is just pure awareness. Awareness of oneness with the universe takes the center stage. This is the greatest fruit of the mantra, the death of all vasanas, shedding away all thoughts and directing towards the silence which unites us with the universe and makes us immortal, for we are not anymore bound by body and mind. This is the greatest gift of the mantra can bestow on anyone. The name of the mantra translates to the great victory over the great death. The great story of Markandeya symbolizes victory over the fear of death through complete surrender to the Deity. The Maha Mrityunjay Mantra is an exceptionally powerful tool in helping us develop our subtle faculties, thereby maximizing our potential as human beings. I hope you learn. Om Namah Shivaya.